Welcome to a recap of the latest episode of When Calls the Heart, Episode 10, where the small frontier town of Hope Valley faces a new threat. Residents have always stood firm against outsiders trying to change their town, but can they do it again? Let's dive into a detailed recap of the latest episode of When Calls the Heart, where the idyllic town of Hope Valley faces a new and challenging threat. Over the years, Hope Valley's residents have shown remarkable resilience when outsiders attempted to disrupt their way of life. However, this latest threat, as revealed in the October 1st episode of the Hallmark series, presents a formidable challenge. But as always, they are determined to fight for their beloved town, with Lucas Bouchard, a one-time outsider, leading the charge. The episode unfolds with much anticipation as Governor Balfour pays a visit to Hope Valley. Initially, there is a glimmer of hope that his arrival might bring good news. But this optimism is short-lived as we learn about the covert operations of a sly businessman named Bernhard Montague. Montague's plan involves purchasing land in Hope Valley to divert its water resources to the rapidly growing Union City, much to the town's detriment. It's a scenario eerily reminiscent of the classic film Chinatown. If Montague's plan succeeds, Hope Valley could meet the same grim fate as Rock Creek, now a desert. In a race against time, Lucas, Nathan, and Lee make a heartfelt appeal to Governor Balfour during a tour of Hope Valley. Initially, the governor appears receptive to their concerns, raising the town's hopes for salvation. However, the situation takes a dark turn when it becomes evident that Montague and Balfour are partners in their scheme. Despite the governor's lip service to the town's concerns, his true loyalties lie elsewhere, and it's not with Hope Valley. The plot thickens as Bill discovers a crucial piece of information about the land sold to Madeline St. John. Madeline never recorded the deed transferring ownership of the property to Montague. This revelation leads to a conversation between Bill and Elizabeth. It turns out that Madeline is not Montague's fiancée but rather the business partner of her late husband. Montague also controls the trust set aside for Madeline's son, and he manipulated her into tricking Bill into selling his land. Madeline, who was unaware of Montague's plan to steal the town's water, stalled on filing the paperwork as it was her only leverage over him. Bill is understandably upset by the deception but begins to understand Madeline's dire situation. She eventually hands over the deed and expresses her reluctance to play a part in the town's destruction. While there are lingering feelings between Bill and Madeline, she ultimately decides it's time to move on, leaving questions about whether she will return in the future. Meanwhile, as the majority of Hope Valley residents remain unaware of the impending threat to their town, they are busy preparing for the grand ball in honor of the governor's visit. Formal wear is in short supply, prompting Elizabeth and Rosemary to generously lend some of their old dresses to other women. This subplot cleverly addresses the reuse of costumes from past seasons and adds a charming element to the episode. Fiona and Faith continue their matchmaking efforts, urging Mike Hickam to ask Mei Su to the ball. However, Mike's nervousness leads to a missed opportunity, as Harry unknowingly steps in and offers to escort Mei to the dance. Undeterred, Faith intervenes, asking Harry to dance, which gives the still awkward Mike the chance to ask Mei for a dance. Mei accepts, and it appears that this budding romance might finally be taking off. With Lucas and Elizabeth's wedding just a few weeks away, a significant problem arises. The dressmaker sends Elizabeth the wrong wedding dress, a poofy monstrosity that is far from her vision. Rosemary, known for her boundless optimism, promises to alter the dress to match Elizabeth's vision. However, it's an imposing task given the drastic differences between the dress and Elizabeth's expectations. During Elizabeth's fitting, Nathan's visit causes a noticeable reaction when he sees her in the dress. While Elizabeth had previously mentioned pre-wedding jitters to Rosemary, she insisted that these doubts did not pertain to her commitment to marrying Lucas. However, Nathan's reaction and other subtle moments throughout the episode add fuel to speculation about Elizabeth's true feelings, raising questions about whether she might harbor deeper emotions for Nathan. As the episode progresses, the dire situation in Hope Valley intensifies. Lucas, always the strategist, devises a plan to expose Governor Balfour's connection with Montague and the impending threat to the town's water supply. He begins by pretending to align with Montague and Balfour, and to everyone's shock, they readily offer to bring him into their nefarious scheme. They even reveal their plans for future aqueducts, which could spell disaster for Hope Valley. Lucas, however, has no intention of betraying Hope Valley. During a pivotal moment at the grand ball, he seizes the opportunity to address the town. Lucas delivers an impassioned speech, which is broadcast live on the radio, praising the governor at first but then revealing the shocking truth about Balfour's collaboration with Montague and their plans for the greater good. He vehemently opposes the idea that progress should come at the expense of towns, valleys, lives, and communities that have been painstakingly built over the years. Lucas's speech is a resounding success among the townspeople, but Montague and Balfour quickly make their exit, realizing that their scheme has been exposed. The following day, the press clamors for an interview with Lucas, and it's evident that his profile has risen significantly. However, an awkward encounter at this moment hints at a growing distance between Lucas and Elizabeth. As Lucas turns to speak with reporters, he unintentionally bumps into Elizabeth, forcing her to step back and stand behind him. This interaction raises questions about whether Lucas's newfound prominence might lead to bigger opportunities, potentially leaving Elizabeth behind. As the episode draws to a close, the future remains uncertain for Lucas, Elizabeth, and Nathan. With just 2 episodes left in Season 10, viewers eagerly await clarity on the complex dynamics and relationships in Hope Valley. The charming frontier town faces challenges both external and internal, making each episode a roller coaster of emotions and suspense. Tune into When Calls the Heart to witness the drama, romance, and intrigue as the residents of Hope Valley navigate the ever-changing landscape of their beloved town. New episodes air Sundays at 9 p.m. ET on the Hallmark Channel, promising more twists and turns in this heartwarming series. New episodes of When Calls the Heart Season 10 air Sundays at 9 p.m. ET on the Hallmark Channel.